Hello and welcome to your Everton Daily. The date is Saturday the 14th of January 2012 and today's the day we play Aston Villa at Villa Park. So before we get started, I'd like to wish those who have travelled down a safe journey and hope you enjoy the match. Hopefully we can make it enjoyable for you. I say that, we'll see. Right, well anyway, what's going up today? We're going to have the news, we're going to add up the transfer gossip as always, and we are going to have an article of interest, as we always do on these dailies, and our article of interest for today is going to be, when is a two-footed tackle not a two-footed tackle? And that was written by Stephen Adams from When Saturday Comes Online, and we definitely recommend you go and read that article for yourselves and go and read the website as well. Right, well anyway, that's what's coming up, so let's get down to it. We'll start as ever with the news, and obviously the news is going to be what's coming up ahead of the Villa game. So, let's take a quick look at it then. Robbie Keane's expected to make his debut for Villa. He's joined the Villains on a short-term deal from LA Galaxy, more or less exactly the same deal that brought Landon Donovan to Goodison Park. Shay Given is lining up to be back in goal after shaking off his hamstring injury that he suffered last month against Man United. However, Brad Guzan, who's been in decent form while Given's been out, could keep the Republic of Ireland goalkeeper on the bench. Following players are going to be missing for Villa: Jermaine Genius, Emil Heskey, both with Achilles injuries, Eric Lecharge with a hip injury, and Carlos Coelho with his thigh injuries out. Everton's list: deep breath. Sylvan Diston with a hamstring, Phil Jagielka with his knee, Leon Osman with his foot, Jack Rodwell with his hamstring, Tony Hibbert with his groin, Seamus Coleman with his thigh, Ross Barkley with his knee, and Tim Cahill could also be a doubt. However, that could leave the field open for Shane Duffy to make his very first league start, and it also leaves the floor open for a debut for Darren Gibson, who signed yesterday on a £1 million, well, we think it's going to be a £1 million deal, but it was actually an undisclosed fee. In terms of Darren Gibson himself, he revealed in an interview that Wayne Rooney was the one who encouraged him to join us. Whether or not that is Wayne Rooney helping us out or Wayne Rooney taking a dump on us from afar, that depends on your perspective, and we want to hear your opinion on that, so make sure you join us on the forum. Alright, so what else have we got? Oh yes, Robert Alston has posted another blog on the official Everton site. Some people, this will be a detailed explanation into what goes on with the finances, and to some people this could be basically damage limitation. Again, we want to know what your opinion on that is. Let us know. Very happy to hear your opinions. Alright, well that's it for the news. So we'll move on to the transfer gossip. Again, the source will be quoted. We'll start off with the Times, who are reporting that Tottenham are battling to keep Jermaine Defoe after the striker complained about a lack of playing opportunities. The Metro reported that Tottenham boss Harry Redknapp has offered David Beckham the opportunity to return to the Premier League with Tottenham on a 2-month deal. That's going to the Metro. The Guardian reports that QPR are to submit an improved bid of £3.5 million for the transfer list of Chelsea defender Alex. The Star are also reporting that QPR are lining up moves for Portsmouth and Sunderland midfielder Sully Montari. The Ghana midfielder's contract with Inter Milan expires at the end of the season. Lanchette, in Portuguese, says Brazilian under-20 star Enrique is set to join QPR on an 18-month loan deal. The Metro reports that QPR Fernandes has confirmed the club's interest in Man City striker Carlos Tevez, but he concedes that pulling off the deal remains highly unlikely. Goal.com reports that Argentinian international Tevez is willing to take a 40% pay cut to, deep breaths again, £120,000 a week to force through a transfer to Inter Milan this month. The Daily Racist reports that Chelsea and Man United have been given a major boost in their pursuit of Lille's Belgian star Eden Hazard after he let it be known that he'd be interested in a move to the Premier League. The Racist also reports that Aston Villa are considering a loan move for Slovenian midfielder Armin Bakinovic, who plays for Italian club Palermo. Mirror reports that Man City's Serbian fullback Aleksandar Kolarov is a target for Juventus. The Daily Mirror reports that Sunderland are eyeing Fulham striker Bobby Zamora as the Cottagers negotiate with Catania over Argentina forward Maxi Lopez. The Eastern Daily Press reports that Norwich boss Paul Lambert has admitted his frustration at being unable to bolster his squad in the January transfer window. Talkshite reports that Fulham have entered the race for Watford striker Marvin Sordell and now looks to be the favourite to land the England under-21 star. The Daily Racist reports that Bolton are set to replace Chelsea-bound Gary Cahill with United States defender Tim Ream. The 24-year-old who plays for the New York Red Bulls will cost around £2.5 million. The International Business Times reports that the agent of Real Madrid midfielder Esteban Granero has said that the 24-year-old could move to Liverpool in the summer. Another gossip, Alex Ferguson has paid tribute to Man City's phenomenal start to the league campaign, describing their performances in the first half of the season as one of the best performances in a long time. That was on The Guardian. Talkshite reports that Tottenham manager Harry Redknapp has admitted that although he's loving life at White Hart Lane, he would have to consider any offer he'd receive to become England manager. The Liverpool Echo reports that new Everton signing Darren Gibson has revealed he was convinced to move to Goodison Park by former Man United teammate Wayne Rooney. The Daily Racist reports that new QPR manager Mark Hughes is furious with Fulham manager Martin Jol, who accused him of lacking staying power. Well, he does have a point, to be fair. The Daily Racist reports that Bolton midfielder Nigel Reo-Coker says players no longer know how they are allowed to tackle. There'll be more on that in a bit. The Cunt Rag reports that Chris Samber's future at Blackburn has been plunged into doubt after he missed training on Friday. The £12 million rated centre-half told a French newspaper on Thursday that he wanted to leave Ewood Park. And finally, and there's only one, from Angola Press. Brazilian World Cup winner Rivaldo is set to join Angolan First Division club Caboscorp. So they'll be on the international footballing map. That is if Rivaldo is still relevant in 2012. Again, that's your opinion, and we want to know it. clubeverton.co.uk/forum. Not been given that enough attention in these dailies. I will do at the end this time though. Anyway, that's it for the transfer rumour roundup. And again, rumours taken with a grain of salt. So we'll close off with our article of interest today, which is when is a two-footed tackle not a two-footed tackle, from When Saturday Comes Online, written by Mr. Stephen Adams. Man City fans will no doubt be asking this particular question right now. Vincent Kompany's red card, dished out by referee Chris Foy for such a challenge on Man United winger Nani in last Sunday's FA Cup thriller, and the defendant's subsequent statements on the matter have opened up another one of those fun debates in the world of football that the football world, i.e. TV pundits, love to wring dry. Seems like every week we're supposed to be concerned about the different burning issue in the game. This week it's tackling. Pouring a tank full of fuel on the already burning fire, Liverpool and England, I wonder if that's relevant, fullback Glenn Johnson made a similar, probably worse tackle at the end of City's very next game in the League Cup semi-final first leg. Having just gone out of the FA Cup, City's defeat to Liverpool leaves them in danger of exiting a third knockout competition in 2 months. City fans are not talking about the side's lacklustre performance, probably the most low-key home display since Roberto Mancini's side threw off the defensive shackles of last season and set about swatting aside anyone who lined up against them at the Etihad. But Johnson's tackle and the injustice that their man was dismissed were probably less. Even Liverpool fans will be scratching their heads and wondering how midfielder Jay Spearman could be sent off for his tackle on Moussa Dembele at Fulham in December, while Johnson didn't even want a free kick, according to referee Lee Mason. Spearing's red card and subsequent 3-match ban for his tackle were quickly followed by the same player being on the end of a harder tackle from Newcastle's Johan Kaebe. The challenge went unpunished by referee Lee Probert and was not deemed worthy of sanctioned action by video replay. Which brings me to the crux of the matter. Consistency. Those who believe the Kompany's dismissal was correct have cited the letter of the law. United defender Rio Ferdinand took to Twitter to express surprise there was even a debate about the sending off. Wayne Rooney joined him in his amazement, perplexed at Mancini's assertion that the reaction had influenced the official's decision to reach for his pocket. Rooney is no stranger to a red card, or indeed an appeal, having a 3-match ban for kicking a Montenegro defender reduced after the FA ignored their own stance on frivolous appeals, one which led to Rio Ferdinand's ban for striking Hull's Craig Fagan being extended to 4 games a couple of years ago, to ensure that Rooney will be able to represent England in at least 1 game in the summer's European Championships. Referees are proving to be inconsistent, the FA likewise. Of course, fans, players and managers will always be inconsistent depending on whether their team has been on the right or wrong side of the decision. Mancini criticised Rooney, but when Martin Skrtel fouled Yaya Toure in City's recent league match against Liverpool, Madjo ran along the Eastlands touchline waving an imaginary card. Mancini's assertion that Johnson should have been sent off, as company was, has been met with resistance, first in the tunnel after the final whistle and later in a TV interview by Stevie G. The Liverpool captain and Mancini shouldn't criticise Rooney for demanding company's dismissal while also demanding equal punishment for Johnson. Neither tackle in this particular saga led to an injury to the player on the receiving end, and the defender can claim to have won the ball in each case. Both of these arguments have been put forward by those, company included, who believe the decisions, or at least his, were wrong, and also a sign that tackling is being eradicated from the game of football. Former Liverpool defender, pundit and self-assumed hilarious deadpan comedian Mark Lawrenson voiced his opinion during the BBC's live coverage of the semi-final. In the light of horrific injuries to the likes of Arsenal's Eduardo da Silva and Aaron Ramsey, there has been a clamour to outlaw the two-footed tackle, or any challenge that could cause similar injury through excessive aggression or recklessness. It may or may not have escaped City's minds that their own midfielder Nigel de Jong went unpunished for a challenge that left Newcastle's Hatem Ben Arfa with a broken leg in October 2010, after which de Jong was dropped from the Netherlands squad. The phrase "won the ball" should be obsolete when discussing the tackle's merits and potential danger. The fact that it isn't is partly due to the old-fashioned view of football held by fans and pundits alike, but also because the inconsistency of officials, be they holding a whistle or sitting on an appeals panel. After company's red card, a friend said to me that referees are banning these tackles for a reason: the damage they can do to a player. My response was that only some of them are being banned. I didn't think I could be proved right only 3 days later. The profile of the players and teams involved is of course the only reason the pundits are discussing and dissecting the issue. Me too, maybe. But when the furor dries down and we move on to another issue, we'll be left with the same inconsistency between the letter of the law and the interpretation of it. By the way, my mate would say that anyway he's a United fan. That was by Stephen Adams from When Saturday Comes, links in the description, definitely go and read that, and check out their website as well, it is really good. Alright, so we're running out of time, so very quickly I'll tell you how you can get involved with us on social networks. We're on Facebook, link is in the description. We're on Twitter, @ClubEverton is our handle, link is in the description as well. And we're on Google+, link is in the description. We're also on iTunes, Club Everton radio feed, the link is in the description. Don't forget as well to subscribe to be the first to get the dailies, and join us on Club Everton Forum, clubeverton.co.uk/forum. And before we let you go, I'll just tell you quickly that Club Everton dailies are brought to you by Hans Stores, the official travel partner of clubeverton.co.uk. For more information, visit Hans Stores at hansstores.co.uk or give Han a ring on 077 521 21395. Alright, well thanks all for listening, we'll see you tomorrow.